Hey, what's up? How's it going? Cool. Look at this beautiful sunshine, blue sky. The sun's so bright now, it's just blasting it out. It's so wonderful. It rained earlier and now it's opening back up and drying everything off and heating us and giving us some good energy and come out after the rain and soak up the negative ions to help cleanse our system of jams stuff. Look at that blue sky, that lush early spring green. It's wonderful. So beautiful. So many squirrels. They're all over. A squirrel spooked me just a minute ago. It was great. This has me thinking of just a clearing out, and making space. How are we able to make space? How do we make space for other people? How do we find a way to close the gap when in differences that we may have, how are we coming to a situation with some kind of positive action instead of reaction and just opposition? Where are we able to get over or through that impasse that seems like it's just not able to happen, right? There's an awful lot of that right now, and we're being triggered to feed into, and our emotions are so high and they're spiking everywhere. And is there time for us to take a moment and breathe and try to understand how another feels? Even if we don't have to agree, but how another feels. We are all one. It's one of the big things that I'm going to talk about and anytime I can, that we are all one. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that we're all the same? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, it's all like the intrinsic part of all being one is that we're all different. We're all our own unique expression of all that is, was, and ever could be. Tao, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, consciousness. We are all. So is everything around us. It is all a unique expression of all that is, was, and ever could be, having an experience. Our experience is human, and it couldn't be a more powerful time to be one. It might not seem that way all the time to everybody. It might seem, what the fuck is going on? But it's the truth. Like, we are in an amazing time of advancement and upgrade and energy, resonance and the lifting of our vibrations. Like, we're in it, and all of this stuff that feels like tension, that's us coming up against what has to be released, in each and every one of us, and as the collective, to be able to go past this, not as one, as I say, as one, but not alone. We're here to celebrate each other and utilize our own individual talents and abilities and skills to further this experience in the most positive way. That's why we're here. We're here to learn all there is to learn about everything. That's our purpose, and ultimately to have the positive experience, to create a reality that is healthy and thriving for everything, not just everyone. Everyone's just stuck on humans. Everything, and how are we doing that? How, when someone's coming at us, or a thing or an idea is coming at us, or anything that's spun, it's just this after that after that after that, right? It's eliciting a reaction. How are we able to stop and breathe, and not just react, not just be like, bah, but to give space for that other point of view or feeling, and find in it, a way to come together. We're not always going to agree. We're not going to agree 100% necessarily, but there are ways, and I would say that those are the new pathways that we want to make to get away from the old systems, the old reactions that are not serving us. They don't work anymore. They may have worked, for, a while, 100 years, 1,000 years, some things, right? But they're not working anymore. All this stuff is breaking down, because we've already entered this new idea, this new realm, this new state of being. We're already there, but we still have to clear out all that's going on. And, how are we able to help another, right? How are we able to have compassion? Because by having compassion, right, we're opening that space up in ourselves, right? I mean, I come from, an aggressive background. I come from a very loving punk background, to be honest. But everyone thinks that punk music is, and the scene is, oh, why's it got to be so angry? It's not angry. It's love. Like punk is love, as far as I'm concerned. Because we're so passionate about it that we're screaming it from the rooftops, and that's, that is an expression of that, and of that, compassion for other things. We want to help. We want to do our part. How are we able to do our part in every moment and every day, to be there, for other people and ourselves, because it's going to open us up. We're not just, it's not just going to be a wall. Like, no, I'm not accepting that. Like, because it's one thing after another. If you don't see the pattern that's going on in life right now, I'm not placing blame necessarily on anything or anyone, although, there are certainly those that are helping to trigger it just fine, but in the end, that could be their purpose. Like, we don't have enough understanding to know that, maybe someone's calling, like, we can't even understand, so yeah, find the compassion and love for everything and everyone. Unconditional love means love no matter what. You don't have to like everything, you don't have to like everyone, but loving is different than that. Loving is just saying, I feel you in my heart. I can feel you in my heart and give you space, okay, regardless of my like or dislike for you or your practices or whatever it is. And it doesn't mean that you don't stand up for yourself. Of course you should stand up for yourself. It's 8 minutes into this video. Sorry, I'm just saying that now to anyone that would feel like I'm telling you to roll over. Absolutely not. Your passion, your love, your feelings matter. Of course they do. But life is not a safe space, though, okay? And that's fine, okay? I think that's maybe something that could need to be said. Like, life is not a safe space. Like, we're here to experience it. Like, get out there and do it. Like, does everybody have to, feel like, that they like, do you need everyone to agree with you all the time? I guess is that, no. And that's fine. You don't have to agree with other people all the time. Like, we're just trying to get along and maybe come to a little bit of understanding and then give it space. For people to be who they are and who they want to be. But it has to go, like, in all directions. We can't shut down one end of a conversation because we don't like that and then focus on this other end. It all matters. What we're trying to do is find the middle way. The Tao is the middle way. We take our time, take time to breathe and to understand that, we're just different expressions, and it's okay. It's not okay if someone is trying to take away someone's freedom or someone's right. Of course, we should stand up for those things that we believe in, but we don't have to do it with anger. We don't have to do it with violence. Okay, we can do it with compassion and love and logic. Like, fine, like, you can use this. We can use this. If we filter this through this, we're gonna get a great benefit out of that. We can't just focus on this. It's the combination of these two things. This is really consciousness. The heart is consciousness. This is the supercomputer. Computers can fuck up all the time. They get all sorts of viruses. This doesn't. This cannot. This does not falter. It knows the way of truth at all times. The heart knows. The heart knows. So, for what it's worth, we find, if we can able to find some compassion for those that we might find that the hardest to have compassion for, then, which could it's even ourselves, at times, so just some thoughts for right now. You are enough. You are amazing, and you do matter. Have a great day. Peace.